The world is constantly evolving in new and different ways in order to improve our way of living. People today are becoming more curious and aware about different aspects of life that include health, lifestyle, and most importantly, eating habits. Eating can be defined as the consumption of food and liquid to sustain life and meet our body's basic needs for growth and development. It's an essential part of our daily routine that cannot be neglected, where families and loved ones gather around one table that combines their different tastes. This has led to the rise and expansion of different food diets, including veganism, which is considered as the biggest movement of 2017. A number of known figures and global brands started embracing and following this movement. Media sources such as magazines, websites, TV commercials, and social media have continued to spread the concept. So what is veganism, and why did so many adopt this plant-based diet? Is it considered a step towards a healthier life? Are there any downsides? Veganism is a type of vegetarian diet that excludes meat, eggs, dairy products, and all other animal-derived ingredients. Vegan refers to either a person who follows this way of eating or to the diet itself. Mainstream health organizations recommend plant-based diets. The percentage of people identified as vegan for the past 10 years has increased by 600% in the US alone, and that's not to mention other regions like the UK and South America, which witnessed a 750% rise in vegan diets. These figures include well-known celebrities including Ellen DeGeneres, Brad Pitt, Ariana Grande, and Bill Clinton. So what are the reasons to follow such a diet?
I was excessively overweight, and I figured that, dieting, cutting down some food and stuff doesn't really always work.
I would say I realized I wanted to be vegan when I was 9. I saw this ad in a magazine that made me feel really guilty about eating animals, so I would say for ethical reasons.
I come from a part of India where nobody eats meat.
It was after watching a documentary called Earthlings, so it was definitely 100% for the animals.
Reasons differ from one vegan to another. It could be either religion, health, environmental, and ethical reasons. Are there any pitfalls for veganism?
My sister tried doing that and it really failed because she didn't really do her research properly, and her body lacked a lot of nutrients, so she ended up fainting sometimes or feeling dizzy, which is not okay.
There was a time when I started eating egg purely because there was a B12 deficiency.
البروتين له مصدرين، مصدر حيواني ومصدر نباتي. المصدر الحيواني يحتوي على جميع احنا نقول نسميه الأحماض الأمينية الأساسية وغير أساسية. لكن ما في مصدر نباتي واحد يحتوي عليهم.
Sometimes I would get really dizzy and my mom would be upset because she's like, oh, you're not eating enough, you're not getting enough protein.
أهم الأسباب اللي تخلي الجسم يتعرض إلى نقص في بعض المغذيات قد تؤدي إلى بعض المشاكل الصحية، منها يعني للأسف الشديد زيادة الوزن، لأن معظم الأغذية النباتية تتكون من كربوهيدرات، والبروتين يكون أقل من الكربوهيدرات. منها البقوليات هي أزيد شيء اللي فيها اللي هو نسبة عالية من البروتين، بس للأسف تكون نسبة الكربوهيدرات متفوقة على نسبة البروتين اللي موجودة في هذه البقوليات.
Many vegans believe that the food consumed in their plant-based diets is rich in protein, whereas in fact it can contain a high percentage of carbohydrates.
When I was following the plant-based diet, I did face some issues because I didn't really do it the right way. So I was lacking in vitamin B12 and calcium, which are essential nutrients and vitamins for us to remain healthy.
أكثر شيء اللي هو العنصر الحديد. كثير من البنات اللي يتبعون نظام غذائي نباتي ويسمونه نباتيين يصابون بمرض فقر الدم الحديدي احنا نسميه.
If you don't have B12 in your diet, you're gonna have neurological problems. So you're gonna have you might have problem with vision, you might have problem with even your memory in the long run. It wouldn't be overnight, it will be after a few years.
People who follow a vegan diet without research might find themselves actually not losing weight. That was one of their goals. This is because options are very low following a vegan diet, so they might find themselves going to vegan food but not healthy vegan food, so it would be a lot of starches, a lot of fat. This will cause them not to lose weight as much as they thought they would.
When I go shopping for vegan food, I have to go to certain places, and it's really hard to find like specific vegan food because I have to go to certain supermarkets and I can't find anything in like the normal cold stores. And mostly it is very expensive. Nothing is actually below 2 BD. And buying different products for cooking is also very expensive, and like there is a massive difference between buying normal food and vegan food.
What can be seen is that veganism can have serious side effects. This is a result of plant-based dieting done incorrectly, or a person's incompatibility with a vegan diet. Side effects include B2 deficiency, neurological problems, low bone density, low levels of omega-3. This raises the question, what are the benefits then?
There are a lot of positives following a vegan diet, such as a lower risk of having heart diseases, blood pressure, obesity, type 2 diabetes. This is associated with the lower intake of saturated fats and cholesterol, which are mostly found in animal products.
Health-wise, my digestion is a lot better.
I felt hydrated because I depended on water a lot as well. You feel cleaner, inside and outside. You feel a lot cleaner. Your skin will clear up. I no longer have a lot of acne, like gladly. I have a problem with psoriasis, and I tend to eat my skin, and it's not a good looking thing at all.
Mostly with my body, and I felt like my skin was getting clearer and I stopped getting pimples, and there were some parts of my body that I used to have pain, and when I was vegan, all of these things stopped basically.
Recent studies show that following a plant-based diet leads to having healthier skin, as the nuts and vitamins A and E from vegetables play a big role in healthy skin. So vegans will usually have good-looking skin, as they notice a remarkable reduction in blemishes as well.
In general, people with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, have lower insulin sensitivity. So when you lose weight, and vegan diet actually help on that, and the vegan diet itself help increasing the sensitivity.
النظام النباتي أنا ما أقول لك إنه لازم يكون مدى الحياة. أنت تقدر تحول، أنا عندي حالات تحولهم نباتيين في فترة زمنية قصيرة عشان أغير فيهم بعض الشغلات اللي كانوا يعملونها. مثلا يجيني شخص عنده ارتفاع في اليوريا أو في اليوريك أسيد، هذا أحوله نباتي لمدة شهر كامل. ليش؟ أن عنده أحماض أمينية مرتفعة عالية جدا، وهذه كلها من اللحوم والأشياء الحيوانية.
Both experiences and studies show that veganism has a bright side. Happier and less stress, beautiful skin, balanced hormones, disease prevention, weight loss, and better digestion are all benefits of veganism. So how can someone properly follow a plant-based diet? Are there any tips?
Do it slowly and make sure you have the correct reasons, and try to find some people, try to connect with some people, and don't just eat junk food. Try to start cooking for yourself. It gets easier, and it's actually really not as difficult as people think it is.
If you need additional supplements, so you need to consult experts to help you out.
Take baby steps. Don't jump into it. At first, you can just eliminate chicken and beef, and then fish, and then you can make the next jump.
Proper vegan diet, taking supplements or fortified food. As simple as that.
قلنا لازم يكون عنده اقتناع تام ويختار اي نوع من النباتين اللي يحب يصير، لازم يسوي تحليل دم، ولازم يكون تحت اشراف استشاري تغذية.
أي شخص يتبع نظام نباتي عليه إنه يتحرز ياكل الأكلات اللي فيها قيمة غذائية عالية.
The most important thing in a vegan diet is to find the plant-based protein. So quinoa, tofu, stuff like that that has protein and plant-based protein.
The average human body needs to receive about 50% carbohydrate, 20% protein, and 30% fat. So maintaining a nutritionally balanced diet is very important. The saying, "you are what you eat," is literally true. Every one of your cells is replaced every 7 years, and your food is what those new cells are made of. So take a good look at what you have on your plate, as eating isn't just about satisfying hunger. The conceptions of veganism may differ, yet it is still in your hands to make a positive change and start eating healthily. And most importantly, being healthy does not necessarily suggest becoming vegan, but this doesn't contradict its possible benefits. All in all, just like everything in life, veganism has two sides. It's a choice, a way of living, and can be adopted as a temporary diet. But it all depends on how you choose to follow the plant-based lifestyle.